coverage you can count on continues with Drew Blair.
The third annual RiverFest is a wrap. The one-day event saw some changes this year with the addition of the beach.
So here to talk about the festival and the successes are Sarah Payne and Dan Wire. Good morning, both of you.
Good morning.
Dan, the river activities yesterday, everybody's favorite. Give us a report.
Well, it was certainly well
60
populated.
touchdowns.
We more than doubled the amount of pontoons that we had available, and I know that the canoe and kayak on the other side, that they had more, and they had paddle boards over there, and the lines were still as big as they were last year, except the people were still smiling. They had no problem with the wait as long as they could get a ride on the river.
Absolutely. Do we have any estimate yet of how many people we had out there at IPFW?
Not a real clear estimate.
Hard to tell,
You know, we had so much more this year that I think the crowds got spread out, but
That's what I
Dan's
was
right, there were
noticing.
lots of lines. So I
Yeah.
think that we are going to guess that we had great crowds.
Yeah, that's great. When we were standing around, we were making comments about that because it was so spread out. It's always hard to tell, but yeah, it was packed. We saw people flowing in. all
Right,
day.
that's the nice thing. Everybody's always in motion, though. You're not
Right.
feeling like you're overwhelmed by the crowds, which makes it hard to figure out how many are there. I want to ask about the beach party, because that was one of the new portions of RiverFest this year, and I heard a lot of buzz from the kids doing the hamster balls, all the different activities there.
It looked like
Give
so
us
much
a
fun.
yeah, give us a recap.
Kids of all ages. I mean, like you said, the hamster balls, the bungee jumping, all of that was a great success. And the other thing that was a great success was the beach volleyball. You know, we anticipated having games go all day on Saturday. Well, the overwhelming interest in it actually had us start the games Friday. They ran all day on Saturday on both courts. So that was something that we definitely hit a popular thing.
Yeah, so some of the new items, big success. Any thoughts now of new items for next year?
Well, I think that a couple of things that we have seen, you know, building on the success.
Yeah.
Like we said, the beach party was a success. So how can we do that in a way that can maybe accommodate some more people, get some more attractions, and that's important. And Dan and I were talking about just our joy came from seeing so many people on the water. So how do we get more people on the water? How do we get more people involved with the water activities? I mean, that just building on what we saw as the demand and making it bigger and better.
Sure.
RiverFest has always been a one-day deal. Are there any plans to maybe change that?
Well, you know, I think there's some advantages and disadvantages to the one-day deal, but I know those of us who are involved love that it's one day. It's easy for the crowds because they know they can come out and do everything all in one day. They don't have to come back several times. And so, you know, it's a tough call to change it, but it's certainly something that comes up every year. I think, especially at the end of the day when everyone feels like we just wish it wasn't over, we always think, should we do it 2 days? So it's something we'll definitely consider.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Unfortunately, we are out of time, but man, I know, Dan, you have to be especially happy just getting everybody out there, understanding what the rivers are about in Fort Wayne and appreciating what we have here in town. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you.